Okay, welcome back to another video. This is your friendly reminder to stop skipping leg day. Don't leave those gains on the table. So that today I'm taking you through one of my lower body routines. So I do an upper lower split and I do, two leg workouts, an A and B workout. This is one of them. If you're very lazy like me, or you're deep in prep, also like me, give this workout a try. Might just find you build you up some nice legs. First things first, starting with a Adductor machine. I used to really underrate this machine, but inner thighs is just so important to just like a fuller leg look, hence why I start with the Adductor machine, as I really want to bring up my legs and I really want to bring some inner thigh meaty tree trunk looking action. So this is a great movement, very stable. There's no seatbelt on this, so I'm going for a rep range of like 8 to 10, more so around 8 reps, and I'm doing this for 2 to 3 working sets depending on my energy levels for that day. But for the most part, I'm doing 2 really strong hard working sets, pretty much to 2 reps in reserve all the way up until failure. So I'm not really leaving anything in the tank. Well, I am, but for the last set I'm definitely not, and all I'm thinking of doing is just really like holding the handles. I'm trying to snap the handles off the machine, keeping myself very tight in there when I'm doing that movement. And then from here we're going into the seated hamstring curl. So this is actually a gym that I've joined recently that's in my area, and I've got to try this plate loaded hamstring curl, and I gotta say I like it a lot actually. So I'm taking this for a spin. This one's pretty cool. This one's got a seat belt, so this one's actually nice. You really feel stable, like you're in place. So went kind of heavy on that for me, and same thing, was aiming for 8 reps. I got 2 sets on that, so that felt really good. In terms of my tempo, I'm always trying to stay in control of the movement. I'm never letting the weight control me, and I do this for 2 reasons. One is just to standardize my progress, so I know if I increase the weight and it's at the same tempo, I'm making progress over a certain period of time. And then 2, this is just to reduce my risk of injury. So you see me doing the pendulum here. I haven't done the pendulum in a very, very long time, so you already know I was feeling sick by the end of this, very dizzy, very lightheaded, pushing myself on the final 2 sets. I actually did 3 on this one because I felt like just hurting myself that day, but in a good way, the good kind. Yeah, you seem like if I was dive bombing this pendulum, chances are I'm going to put excess strain on my knees, which I don't really want, especially as I'm in a deficit, and I've been in a deficit for a while, so not ideal. And you might be thinking, why are you not doing the big compound like the squat first? Well, the truth is I just want to prioritize my adductors, hence why I hit it first. And you are getting some here for sure, so I guess you could argue if you go super heavy on this then you can get some good work, but I really just want to isolate the adductors, get some good work in for that, and then of course I'm prioritizing my hamstrings, hence why I hit that second too. Basically the movements, what I want to prioritize, I'm hitting when I'm very fresh. So first movement ideally, but the first 1 or 2 movements. And then from here, truth be told, it should have been leg extensions, but it was busy at the time. So I just went on to what would have been my last movement, which is these donkey calf raises. So I switch up like each workout between the donkey calf raises, which I actually like a lot. And then I'll go into my standing calf raises, or kind of the machine where it's a bit reclined or inclined. So you kind of sit on it and it's kind of like 45 degrees and you're just similar to a standing calf one, to be honest. And then same thing going for 6 to 10 reps, but kind of majority of it is 8 reps. And I'm doing, for the most part, I'm doing top set and a back off set, potentially sometimes 2 if I've got like really good energy that day, but it really depends on my day, like sleep, work, food, all that stuff. Well, food minuscule, but sleep and just my work and what I've been doing that day, to be honest. And then we come into leg extensions, where I'm actually kind of liking the variation of doing like a kind of a leaning back like you see me do here, just to get a bit more rec fem, but then also a set where I'm upright too. I just kind of like doing one set, or sometimes 2 sets being upright just to really overload it, and then last set leaning back slightly. But yeah, give this a try. Let me know what you think. Basically everything 2 to 3 working sets, pushing no more than 2 reps in reserve, so, or should I say no less. So everything's basically failure at all 1 rep in reserve. And hitting leg days isn't always the easiest thing, especially when you're pushing yourself. And in general, leg days, especially as for guys obviously want to focus on upper body, it's not always like, for me, I don't even like training legs, but the results come when you stay consistent, and there's always that sense of accomplishment after you hit the leg day. And for me, I want to build a very balanced, symmetrical physique, that Greek god statue like physique. So for me, a leg day is non-negotiable regardless of how I feel. But I think in general, it's still just great. It's important just for building a strong foundation for your body, improving things like balance, posture, athleticism, which I think everyone should try to improve or get better at. I'm not saying you got to be a, you know, superstar athlete, but I think it's still just important for day-to-day life and for the normal person too. But yeah, give this a try. Let me know what you think, and I will catch you in the next one. I am out. Peace.